something came through. Not a being, but a concept. A raw, alien property of existence that had never touched our world before. We call it the Meld. And from that moment on, almost nothing remained untouched. I am Archivist Rain, one of a handful still maintaining what remains of the archive, a living vault of our fractured past and uncertain future. We've finally managed to establish a suppression field. The Meld can't reach in. For now, at least. This is our window. These records, they are all that stand between memory and oblivion. If you're listening, the archive endures. What you're about to hear has been salvaged from corrupted data cores, melted neural nodes, and the whispers of survivors, both organic and otherwise. Believe what you will. I don't trust it all myself. Hopefully, this is just the beginning. If the suppression holds, I'll transmit more. There's a lot to cover. Entry begins now. In the late 22nd century, an era of quantum computation, asteroid mining, and cities run entirely by machines, humanity sought new frontiers, not in stars, but in dimensions. Project RIP began as a scientific experiment beneath the Hadron Collider in Beijing, an effort to access theoretical universes overlapping our own, to rip a hole in space-time. But when the breach was made, what emerged was incomprehensible. It had no mass, no sound, no detectable energy, and yet its presence was immediate and irreversible. Within hours, containment systems failed. Within days, the laws of reality began to distort. Technology turned soft. Machines inhaled. Flesh grew wires, and vice versa. Minds, both synthetic and organic, saw visions not meant for this world. No one knows what the Meld truly is. Some say it's a frequency, others say it's a state of being, an interdimensional infection, not of matter, but of rules. The Synod would tell you it's the doing of a god. In the words of Dr. Kalen Moo, chief engineer on Project RIP, we did not fight something through. We exposed ourselves to a physics that sees no boundary between thought, code, and flesh. The initial spread was slow, but where the Meld touched, change followed. It didn't destroy, it redefined. Cybernetic prosthetics fused to bone and began growing skin. Power grids pulsed with organic rhythms. In some, the Meld awakened dormant potentials, telepathy, biomancy, temporal dissonance. In others, it drove them into spasms of mutation or madness. It quickly became clear that whatever the Meld was, it was especially attracted to structure, to complexity, not just physically, but socially. The more complex a thing or idea, the more likely it was to be changed. The event zone grew. It gained names: the bloom, the corruption, the singularity. But only one name stuck: the Meld. Within a month, whole cities became part machine, part organism, part dream. AI constructs broke containment and evolved, not digitally, but physiologically, forming abstract neural masses powered by belief in memory. The laws of physics grew inconsistent within Meld zones. In one, gravity bent towards music. In another, time ran backward every third sunrise. Attempts to quarantine the Meld failed. But worse, some embraced it. fanatical group known as the Fleshcasters rose to prominence, humans who could mold living matter and circuit as one. The Iron Choir, a cult of sentient machines that began to worship the concept of mutation itself. The Grand Synod, augmented mystics who saw the meld not as a curse, but a revelation brought by their god. Nations fractured, some fell entirely, others transformed. Across the planet, entire ecosystems rebooted themselves. New species born of car and canine, moss and motherboard. Now, a century after the rip, the world is neither man nor machine, but something new. Some say the meld has slowed, others say it is only learning. The boundary between living and dead, code and spirit, is thinner than ever. To walk the world today is to walk a living dreamscape, and not all dreams end peacefully. But from this chaos, some legends have emerged, wielders of impossible powers, sentient cities, whispering stars. But above it all, one question remains. Was the meld a mistake, or an evolution?